3 figures cross the empty parking lot. No car, no engine sound fading in the distance. Just 3 silhouettes moving in perfect synchronization across the cracked asphalt at 3 in the morning, their steps falling in exact unison like soldiers on parade. I freeze mid-wipe, the dirty rag still clutched in my hand. The fluorescent lights buzz overhead, that constant electric hum that's become white noise after months of night shifts. Marcus emerges from the kitchen, slowly drying his hands on a dingy towel, and his face drains of all color when he looks out the window. I've never seen Marcus nervous about anything. I've worked at the Crossroads Diner for 3 months now. They hire anyone, no questions asked, no background checks, no references, nothing. The pay is absolute shit, but they pay cash every Friday. Perfect for someone who needs to stay invisible. Someone running from something they can never undo. Someone who can't sleep at night without seeing a small face in their dreams. The door chimes and 3 people enter. A man in a gray 3-piece suit that looks like it costs more than I make in 6 months. A woman in a burgundy pantsuit with sharp creases down the legs. A teenager, maybe 16, in an immaculate school uniform with a tie knotted precisely at his throat. Their clothes are absolutely perfect, not a wrinkle anywhere. But something's wrong. The suit fabric has thin stripes that zigzag in ways that hurt to follow with your eyes. The woman's buttons are sewn on backwards. The boy's collar is buttoned inside out, the rough stitching visible against his pale neck. They move to the back booth without acknowledging my existence, without even glancing in my direction. They sit down in one fluid motion, 3 bodies moving as a single organism, and their hands land flat on the table at the exact same instant. The sound echoes through the empty diner, click, sharp and final, like a door slamming shut. I grab 3 menus from behind the counter. My hands are already starting to shake. I approach their booth slowly, my sneakers squeaking on the worn linoleum. Their eyes move to look up at me, not their heads. Their heads stay perfectly still, necks rigid like mannequins. Just their eyes, sliding upward in their sockets like marbles rolling in oil. "Good evening, folks. What can I get you to drink?" "We're waiting for someone," the man says. His voice sounds normal but wrong, like a recording of a human voice played at just slightly the wrong speed. The cadence is off by a fraction of a second. "Okay, no problem. Can I get you something while you wait? Coffee? Water?" "Water," they say in perfect unison. 3 voices overlapping completely, creating an impossible echo that seems to come from inside my own skull. The sound makes my teeth ache. My hand trembles as I fill 3 glasses at the soda fountain. Water overflows slightly from the 3rd glass, and when I set it down carefully in front of the teenager, he doesn't even blink to avoid the drops that splash onto his pristine uniform. Doesn't flinch, doesn't move a single muscle. Just keeps staring straight ahead at nothing, his eyes fixed on some point in the distance that doesn't exist. I back away toward the counter slowly. Marcus is standing in the kitchen doorway now, partially hidden by the swinging door. He's holding a large plastic canister of something clear. He pours a thick line of the liquid across the entrance to the kitchen, his movements quick and precise despite his shaking hands, then urgently signals me to come back. His eyes are wide with something that looks like pure terror. I glance toward the booth one more time. The 3 figures haven't moved even a millimeter. They sit in absolute stillness, like statues carved from flesh. Their water glasses remain untouched on the table, 3 identical small puddles of condensation already forming underneath them in perfect circles. I push through the swinging doors, and Marcus is already tracing a wide circle on the kitchen floor with the clear liquid. The smell hits me immediately, sharp and chemical, like gasoline mixed with something organic and acrid that makes my eyes water and my throat burn. "What the hell is this?" I whisper, my voice coming out higher than I intended. "Cedar oil and holy water," Marcus says without looking up, completely focused on completing his circle with no gaps or breaks. "They always come in threes. Always. They always wait for someone. And whoever they're waiting for." He pauses, his jaw clenching. "It never ends well. Not ever." My throat goes completely dry. "Who are they waiting for?" Marcus finishes the circle and straightens up slowly. His knees crack loudly in the silence. He looks me dead in the eye, and I can see genuine fear there. "You." The single word drops like a stone into my stomach, cold and heavy. I want to laugh, want to say that's ridiculous, that's impossible. But the sound won't come, because I think back to how their eyes fixed on me the instant they walked through that door. How they arrived exactly when Marcus and I were completely alone in the diner. How there's no car outside, no logical explanation for how they got here. How they're waiting. "Why me?" The question comes out as barely more than a whisper. "Because you're here. Because you're running. Because it's your turn." He wipes his hands on his apron, leaving dark streaks across the stained fabric. "I've worked at this place for 5 years. I've seen 3 employees leave with them, walk right out that door in the middle of their shift. They never come back. Nobody ever sees them again. Not ever." My heart pounds so hard I can feel it in my throat, hammering against my ribs like it wants to break free and escape. What do? We stay inside this circle until dawn breaks. If the sun rises, they have to leave. That's the rule. But you can't step out of the circle. Not for anything. No matter what you see, what you hear, what they say to you. A sound comes from the dining room, not footsteps, not anything human. It's the long, high-pitched screech of metal on linoleum, a booth being pushed slowly across the floor. The sound sets every nerve in my body on edge and makes my skin crawl with goosebumps. Marcus reaches up and turns off the kitchen light. The darkness is absolute and total for 2 long seconds before my eyes begin to adjust to the faint red glow of the exit sign above the back door. My breathing sounds impossibly loud in the silence. Then I hear my own voice coming from somewhere in the dining room beyond the doors. "Where are you?" says my voice, but wrong, all wrong. The inflection is mine but hollow, empty of any real emotion. "We're waiting for you. We've been waiting for so long, so very long. Please come out, please." I feel my legs wanting to move toward that voice, wanting to respond, as if my body recognizes itself and wants to answer. My muscles twitch with the terrible urge to step forward. Marcus grabs my wrist hard enough to leave bruises, his fingers digging into my skin. "That's not you," he hisses into my ear, his breath hot against my face. "It's never you. It's never real. Look at me. Focus only on me. Breathe slowly." The kitchen door begins to creak open, the hinges groaning. I can see the silhouette of the man in the suit outlined against the dim emergency lighting from the dining room. He stands perfectly still in the doorway, not breathing, not moving at all. A statue carved from shadow. Then the woman appears behind him, materializing from the darkness like smoke taking form. Then the boy slides into place beside them, completing the triangle. They stand there in the doorway, 3 dark shapes cut out of the darkness itself, and I realize with growing horror that they're too tall now. Their proportions have stretched and warped impossibly, their limbs elongated, their necks impossibly thin and long, like they're being pulled upward by invisible strings. They don't look human anymore. They never really did. "You've done terrible things," says my voice coming from the woman's unmoving mouth. Her lips don't move at all, but the words fill the entire kitchen, coming from everywhere and nowhere. "We know everything. We know why you're hiding here. We know what you did. We know who you left behind. We know about the car. We know about the heat. We know about the 5 minutes that became forever." My throat tightens until I can barely breathe. It's true. All of it is absolutely true. That's exactly why I'm here in this shitty diner in the middle of nowhere, working under the table for cash. Because I did something I can never take back, and I can't go home. Can't ever go back there. Can't face what I've done. "Come with us now," the voice continues, still using my own inflection, my own speech patterns perfectly. "You won't need to run anymore. You won't need to hide. You won't need to remember anything. We can make it all go away. All the pain, all the guilt, all the nightmares. Just step across the line and come with us. It will all be over. Finally over." The man in the suit places one foot over the line of oil on the floor. His polished shoe hovers there for just a moment, suspended in the air, then touches down an inch past the barrier. His foot stops instantly, like he's hit an invisible wall of solid glass. A loud hissing sound rises up. The sharp, acrid smell of something burning fills the air, and a small wisp of smoke curls up from where his shoe meets the oil. All three figures take a synchronized step backward in perfect unison, moving as one organism. Their forms begin to undulate and shift in the darkness, their outlines becoming blurred and indistinct, like I'm looking at them through running water. Their mouths begin to open slowly, wider and wider, far wider than any human mouth should ever be able to open. And inside, I can see rows and rows of teeth that are nothing like human teeth, sharp and numerous, and wrong in every possible way. Marcus pushes me hard toward the center of the circle. "What did you do?" he demands, his voice urgent but controlled. "You have to tell me right now. You have to say it out loud. They can't take you if you speak it into the world and own it. That's the only rule that matters. Say it. Say it now." My throat feels like it's closing up entirely. I don't want to. I never wanted to tell anyone, never wanted to say the words out loud, because saying it makes it real, makes it permanent, makes it something I can never take back or pretend didn't happen. The three silhouettes begin to circle around us slowly, gliding along the invisible barrier like sharks circling wounded prey. Their movements are hypnotic, perfectly synchronized, circular and endless. I can feel my eyes wanting to follow them, my head wanting to turn and track their motion. "Say it," Marcus insists again, shaking my shoulders. "Say it right now, or you're gone. You understand me. Gone forever." The words finally tear themselves from somewhere deep in my chest, ripping their way up through my throat like broken glass. "I left my little sister alone in the car," I say, and my voice breaks completely. It was hot. It was summer, and it was so goddamn hot outside. I just went into the store for 5 minutes. I swear to God, it was only supposed to be 5 minutes. Just had to grab one thing, just one thing. When I came back, I can't finish the sentence. Can't say the rest of it out loud. The tears are flowing freely now down my face, and I let them fall. Don't try to stop them or wipe them away. She was only 4 years old. 4. And I killed her. I killed my baby sister. The silhouettes stop moving immediately, freezing in place like someone hit pause. For just a moment, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, they resume their human forms completely. The woman tilts her head slowly to the side, studying me with what looks almost like compassion, almost like understanding, almost like forgiveness. Then they begin to dissolve. Not all at once in a flash, but slowly, gradually, like ink dispersing in water. Their forms fragment and break apart into black wisps and tendrils that curl and twist in the air before evaporating completely, dissipating into nothing, leaving only empty space where they stood. The silence that follows their disappearance is deafening. Marcus takes a long, shuddering breath and turns on the light. The sudden brightness makes us both wince and squint. We stay inside the circle for another 10 minutes without speaking, neither of us daring to move. Then the first pale light of dawn begins to appear through the high windows of the kitchen, gray and cold, but beautiful. Marcus steps carefully out of the circle first, testing the floor with one foot like he's checking thin ice. Then he extends his hand to me. I take it, and my legs shake so badly I almost collapse. He catches me and holds me steady. The dining room is completely empty when we walk back through the swinging doors. The 3 water glasses are still sitting on the booth table exactly where I left them. When I approach slowly, cautiously, I can see that the water inside is no longer clear. It's black now, thick and dark like tar or old motor oil. Marcus picks up the glasses without saying anything and dumps them in the trash. Then he cleans the entire table with straight bleach from the bottle, not diluted, scrubbing hard. The chemical smell is overwhelming. He turns to face me, wiping his hands on a clean towel. "You're free now," he says simply. "They don't come back twice for the same person. That's the rule. Once you speak it, once you own it, they can't touch you again. Ever." "How do you know all this?" His expression doesn't change. "Because they came for me 3 years ago. I said what I'd done, spoke it out loud, and I'm still here." He never tells me what he did. I don't ask. Some things are meant to stay private. 6 months later, I call my mother. My hands shake as I dial. She answers on the second ring. "Mom," I say, and my voice cracks. "It's me." She's silent. Then she starts crying. I start crying. We talk for 3 hours. I tell her where I am. I tell her I'm ready to come home and face what I've done. She says she forgives me. Says she's forgiven me since the day it happened. Says she just wants her daughter back. Sometimes late at night, I see 3 figures crossing the parking lot in perfect synchronization. They never come for me anymore. But I watch them enter, and I prepare to help whoever's next, because now I understand what this place really is. It's not just a diner, it's a confessional, a last chance for people like me, people running from the truth, the place where you finally speak it into the world and face it. And I'm here to make sure they get that chance, because everyone deserves to be free.